22 years ago, we passed a law making it a criminal offense to what we would say knowingly transmit HIV. Now, back then, HIV was quite frightening because it was before the days of the antiretroviral medications and before we learned more about the human rights approach, as we call it, you know. So we did pass an amendment to the criminal code making it an offense to know that you have HIV and to be engaging in risky sexual behavior, you know. So we went ahead and did that. But so many years later, we have come to realize not only that it was unnecessary, but also that it flies in the face of modern human rights norms, especially where it comes to the health issues. So the Ministry of Human Development, you know, myself, and also Minister Kevin Bernard and the Ministry of Health, we decided, of course, based on the recommendation of partners, that it is really time to remove that criminalizing of the HIV, because what it did was it attracts unnecessary attention and further stigmatizes the issue of HIV. I mean, there are other sexually transmitted infections, which, you know, are in the mix, if we could say, but also it wasn't necessary to cause the stigma and discrimination further on the HIV. Other sections of the criminal code can suffice where somebody does something very reckless or deliberate. But in relation to what has happened now in the evolution of the fight against HIV and other sexually transmitted infections, it is not necessary to have that law now, because for the certification, as they call it, and the validation that we are removing the mother-to-child transmission of HIV, then in terms of the international norms, we have to remove that penal provision. You know, so we're very pleased to do it, and I can report that Cabinet has approved, and it's a joint paper of the Ministry of Human Development and the Ministry of Health.